And hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Orgona Richie, and welcome back once again to DDLC Blue Skies. So last time we got started on the Yuri route, and today we're going to be continuing on that very same route, and see if anything, see if anything new happens. Anyways, it's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up with a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. Jeez. I forgot how loud the music was. Ah, ow, my ears. I peek out of my window and notice. Yuri? She's not supposed to be here for a little while. I go downstairs and open the front door. Uh, I was worried this was the wrong house. I should probably should have asked about it earlier. No, it's okay. You're a bit early though, but it's all right. I'm, I'm glad I took the time to tidy up things up before she arrived. If she'd arrived early and I hadn't done anything, I would have been really embarrassed. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. I suppose I was just a bit anxious that I'd follow your directions wrong. You could always have texted me. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Well, I actually had a bit of trouble. Is that so? Yuri had texted me a list of supplies yesterday, and I was supposed to pick them up for today. It probably works out better this way, since she'll be able to get exactly what she's looking for. Well, we should be able to take some things from the art room at school. As long as I could leave my things at your house first, I'd rather not carry them all with me. Sure, no problem. I quickly open up the front door to my house and Yuri places her things just past it. That way, we'll see him as soon as we get back. Right then, shall we? The two of us briskly start walking to school. The weather is beautiful and a light breeze blows throughout the streets. Yuri is rather quiet, but she doesn't seem to be annoyed. I've come to learn that she tends to appreciate things from afar, so her silence isn't too worrying. It's odd being at school on the weekend. The mood of the place feels totally different without the crowds of students around. Yuri leads me down a long corridor until we reach a large, imposing door. This should be it. With a slight creak, she opens the door and heads inside. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, this is pretty cool. The smell of dried paint lingers in the air. Oh, that's actually my element. That brings back a lot of memories for me. Well, not terribly large. This place should have what we're looking for. Okay, so we need a large cloth banner and some paints. Do you have brushes already? I think so. It couldn't hurt to get some more, though. Yuri strides through the classroom with a determined look on her face. It's quite stunning contrast to how she usually appears. I kind of like it. She bends down and pulls a long, thick sheet of fabric from a shelf down below. With surprising haste, she folds up into a neat bundle and tucks it under her arm. You know, Richie. Yeah? Well, she closes her eyes, taking a quick breath. I know we haven't even started yet, but this is nice. We're doing something so simple together, yet it feels so enrapturing. Eh? That's a bit forward, isn't it? Yuri seems to also think so too, as her face flushes. I didn't mean for that to sound so serious. Oh, you're not even decorating yet and I'm ruining things. She retreats into the deep purple shroud of her hair, fidgeting with loose strand. Now this is the Yuri I'm more accustomed to. Yuri, I thought we went over this. You don't have to worry about that. I know that's just your way of expressing how excited you are to start working on your part of the festival, and I'm excited too. Okay, if that's how you really feel. She nervously scans the shelves, picking out various different paints we'll need. In the end, we spend a bit more time than I was expecting here. It seems Yuri really pays attention to the quality of what she wants. But if it'll make things go well with Yuri today, I don't mind. Right. Shall we head back to my place and get started on this? Yes, we should have everything we need now. Hmm. Once we arrive back at my house, I unlock the door and guide her out to my bedroom. There should be enough space up for us to work on the banner up there. As soon as I open the door, Yuri wanders around my room curiously. Richie, your house is remarkably tidy. I cleaned it before you came over, so... oh, you didn't have to do that just for me. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. I see. That makes sense. After all, a clear room makes a clear mind, does it not? Cleaning can be very therapeutic. I would have been more than happy to have helped you. Please, what kind of host would I be if I left this place this place a tip? Besides, I like to know where everything is in my room. Everything has its own place, you know. Yuri nods and walks over to my desk. She carefully studies the various collectibles I have set up on it. Suddenly, she reaches down and... Wait, don't look in there! I touched Yuri's wrist, which was the process of opening the desk drawer of mine. Do forgive me, Richie. I shouldn't be poking around the property of others. I don't know why I did that. It's okay, well, never mind. I'm glad I managed to catch her before she had a chance to look inside. There's things in there I'm not really comfortable sharing with others. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She starts to fidget with her hands, gently squeezing them. So, what did you have planned, Yuri? Yes. I thought about some ways we could transform the club room. With the right atmospheric pieces, we can morph the world into our own citadel of scansion, our domain of declension, our Yuri blushes. Perhaps she feels as though she's got a bit carried away. That sounds ambitious. What kinds of atmospheric pieces were you thinking of? Well, even something as simple as adjusting the lighting or employing aromatherapy could be wonderful. Wow, I'm impressed, Yuri. You've really put a lot of thought into this. It's nothing, really. I was just hoping that I could make a recital an event that plucks at the soul. Through our words, our visitors can experience our struggles and strife vicariously. That sounds intense. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a cylindrical wooden object and places it on my desk. I thought about covering up the windows and having small candles provide the room's illumination. I think it would make our event much more of an intimate affair, don't you agree? Yeah. The way Yuri worded that sounds a bit forward, doesn't it? I choose not to press it, though. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, it's an oil diffuser. It's actually my personal one from home. Tell me, Richie, how much do you know about aromatherapy? Not as much as I'd like to. Well, let me tell you about it a little. I believe the scent of an area can completely alter how we perceive it. Being able to alter the aura of the room like that, there's something magical about it. Yuri opens it up and retrieves a tiny glass bottle from her bag, alongside a big plastic one filled with water. She empties the larger bottle into the diffuser, then uncaps a tiny bottle and adds a few drops into it, then pushes the button. Within seconds, a delightful smelling mist delicately floats out of it. Wow, it smells wonderful. What was the stuff you were adding to it? It's my favorite essential oil. It's derived from the jasmine flower. It has a beautifully alluring scent, wouldn't you agree? It really does smell nice. Was there a particular reason you chose it? Also, yeah, I'm just noticing now that this music sounds it sounds new. I'm not sure if I've heard this music in the other routes though. Well, while it's true that jasmine can aid relaxation, it has other various properties. It can enhance your emotions and stir the mind. What might simply be curiosity can grow into enrapturing awe and wonder. A mild interest can blossom into an exciting infatuation. Some would describe it as an aphrodisiac. but I think it has more to do with the warm feelings it can give you. You're drawn in, your heart pounding along with the world around you. Doesn't this sound paltry? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Paltritudinous? Wait, what the heck does that mean, actually? Well, it just means beautiful. Okay, it just means beautiful. You could have just said beautiful, Yuri. Yeah, I think that'd be perfect. I'm not sure what that word means, but based on a reaction, it must mean something good. You're quite an expert on this, aren't you? I'll trust your judgment. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write different kanji characters on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the kanji paper onto the ribbon to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Oh, is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Richie. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. Carefully draw different characters on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship or the feeling of danger, maybe? Ugh, what am I saying? Oh, please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife in my index finger. Ow! Richie, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you that this knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down my side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. That's... She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. Where do you keep the first aid kit? We'll need to sterilize the wound, then wrap it to hold the blood flow. Do you have gauze? I raise my hand, cutting off Yuri. Yuri, I don't think it's that serious. I probably just need a bandage. Yuri's pupils narrow, perhaps afraid that she went too far. But I appreciate your concern. Will you be okay for a little while? Oh. Yes, of course. I quickly run to the kitchen and rinse the cut, then apply a small plaster. It stings a little, but it shouldn't be the worst of it. As I return, Yuri darts around the room as though she were too embarrassed to look at me. I went a bit overboard there. I'm sorry if I made things awkward. Yuri hangs her head shamefully. Yuri, My parents were doctors, so I always tend to jump to the most severe conclusions when it comes to personal injury. I never know how to read the situation. I'm sorry for making you feel so out of place. In your own home, no less. Ugh, Yuri. She's way too harsh on herself. How can I fix this? It's really okay. Your heart was in the right place. She doesn't look up. I appreciate that you were concerned about me, but I'm fine, see? It was only a tiny nick. It's my fault anyway, for being so careless with your knife. I see. The panic in her eyes evaporates, replaced by a calming stillness. Seeing her ease up a bit is reassuring, but maybe the oil diffuser is helping. Thank you for being patient with me, Richie. Yuri giggles shyly. That was really cute. I was definitely not expecting it. My face grows hot, though. Yeah, no worries. I clear my throat. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the kanji. After we finish attaching the paper into ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and it seems like it'll be very effective as a door curtain. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's going to look wonderful, isn't it? Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Well, remember the paint and the banner? I'd like to make something with that, something to display in the club room. Oh, that's right. Yuri had made a big deal about fetching the banner from the art room, so she must have been looking forward to this. Could you retrieve the paint and brushes from the other room? I can stay here and unravel the banner. Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. Thank you very much. I head downstairs and pick up the bag filled with acrylic paints. There's mixing palettes in several different colors. I stop to fill up a couple of the cups with water for diluting the brushes afterwards, then go back upstairs. Yuri? Richie? As I open the door, Yuri hurriedly rolling her sleeve over her arm. Uh, Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's get to work. I can't shake the feeling there's something she's not telling me, but I don't push the point further. So, I think if we did a color gradient across the banner, it would look wonderful. Starting with warm colors, then blending into darker shades. I thought a day to night cycle would be really pretty. Once it's finished, we could write something inspirational across it. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in the front of the class, at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are we going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles. If you say so. I kneel down on the opposite side of the banner as Yuri. Yuri uses the brush to add a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. If this is too immature for you, then I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, I suppose it is. I'm glad you feel that way, Richie. Yuri places her brush down, pondering to herself. Most people our age won't want to do wild things, but I'm usually more comfortable doing something soothing. I'm quite content with just a bit of company. Even if it's something simple, like reading, we don't need to be talking a lot. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? I don't think so. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rushed out and fetched a small towel and then dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled back down in front of her. Aww. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Uh, is there something wrong? It's warm. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Hold on a moment. Eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. There's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. It's almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil that's giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingle sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up a brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent and forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. To do it? I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I could do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping to have some extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. Or sorry for being such a slow worker. That's me, not Yuri. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time that it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I can't say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over. Or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Richie. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't want to make things awkward, but I would like to spend more time with you as well, Richie. She takes a slow, deep breath and releases my hand. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, I'll see you at the festival. With one last smile, Yuri starts to head home. She looks back over her shoulder, but then quickly turns back around. I'm really grateful that I got to do this with Yuri. I enjoyed my time with her a lot. The way she said she simply enjoys having company, I understand exactly what she means. Tomorrow's going to be incredible, I just know it. Oof, alright. Well then, well if the festival plays out the same way, I'm just gonna skip ahead. So no worries. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Banner Yuri and I painted is dry and gently rolled it up to take it with me. I see the pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassure her. I smile, putting my phone away. Her personality even shows through her text. Oh wait, that. Oh, I guess it's the same dialogue from Natsuki. Okay, I'll skip ahead. Okay, here we go. I put the banner down I'm holding and grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Okay, yeah, I couldn't skip it. That's why. Oh, Yuri trails behind her, clutching at a large duffel bag nervously. All right, it's festival time. Oh, okay, wait, I can skip. Let's see you guys in a bit. Yuri's on the floor, painting her inspirational quote on the banner in white paint. I guess she figured out where I put the banner herself. Meanwhile, Sayori hung up the kanji curtain in the doorway and is puzzling over the essential oil setup. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirit of his friends? Yeah, it's a quote by a German philosopher, Friedrich. Friedrich. Something. I don't know. See, seems like a pretty fitting quote. Yes, I thought it would summarize our experience in the club quite well. I finished with the lettering, so if you wouldn't mind, Richie. That is, could you help hold my chair steady to pin this as I pin this up? Of course. Yuri pulls up a chair in front of the classroom and climbs onto it, teetering slightly. She grips the banner tightly in her hands as she reaches up to attach it to the wall. The chair gives a threatening wobble, but luckily I managed to steady it. It's okay, Yuri, I've got you. You don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. Is it just me, or does she look like she's starting to blush now? I feel my cheeks begin to heat up as well. I didn't say anything weird, did I? When I help her down from the chair, after she's finished, she looks more bashful than ever. Man, how do I always make things so awkward? Looks like all the preparations are finished now. Alright, skipping ahead. Alright, at the library now. See if there's anything different happens. Oh. Okay, so yeah, that's the same. I wonder if we'll run into Yuri here instead of Natsuki. Quickly flip to where I left off last night and begin reading. It's really quite a captivating book. If all the novels Yuri reads are like this, I can also see why she'd be so absorbed in them all the time. Although maybe she's just rubbing off on me. I'm in the middle of a chapter when I feel a tap on my shoulder. Oh, Richie, is that you? Looking from my book, I see Yuri standing over the other side of the table as if on cue. Thick, dark book is snugly resting under her arm. I'm sorry if I startled you. I'm supposed to. I suppose I'm just a bit surprised to see you. Give me some credit, Yuri. I can enjoy a good book too. Oh, I didn't mean to insult you or anything. It's just I was trying to make things more comfortable with humor, but predictably it fell flat. I should have remembered that Yuri tends to take those sorts of comments more to heart than other people might. Relax, I was just kidding around. I see. Yuri's shoulders visibly relax. Would you mind if I ask you what you're reading? Oh, sure. It's actually Portrait of Markov. Yuri's eyes light up at those words. I'm very glad you're liking it. That is, I assume. Don't worry, Yuri. It's a really good book. Yuri sighs a little in relief. Then I stand by my first statement, Richie. Anyway, speaking of books, if you're enjoying Portrait of Markov so much, I'd like to introduce you to the other books like that. Yeah, that'd be great. I have full faith in your taste when it comes to books. A small smile plays across Yuri's face. Actually, I just had a thought. I know a wonderful place nearby that we can go to right now if you'd like. Huh? Really? Is there another library or something? I suppose it's related to that. Well, lead the way. I wasn't doing much here anyway. Thank you for coming along despite the short notice. It's no bother at all, really. Again, I can't help but feel amazed at how much Yuri's taking charge. It's really quite nice seeing her take a break out of her shell for a bit. She does have an air of mystery about her still, but I guess I'll start learning a bit more about her as each day passes by. The two of us start heading the two of us start heading away from the library. So, where are we headed, Yuri? I intended it to be a surprise. Do you not like surprises? If so, you have my deepest apologies. Nah, it's fine. I'm just curious is all. This is like some sort of adventure, huh? Well, I suppose that's how your imagination wants to interpret it. I'd be inclined to agree. Even though I'm currently with Yuri, this situation reminds me of what times I used to spend with Sayori back when we were kids. Always running around the neighborhood, acting like we were on the same grand adventure. Sayori. I haven't spoken to her since the festival fiasco. Maybe it will be a good idea to... Richie, is everything alright? You seem to be spaced out a bit. It is nothing. I'm just thinking about things. I see. Well, we're almost there. Just a little bit further to go. Continuing onwards, we pass through some trees until we come to a small clearing. Oh, wow. Before us is an amazing sparkling lake. Just a wave dance delicately across the surface, carried by soft wind. Isn't it wonderful? It's lovely. I've always liked this pond. Oh, you've been here before then? With Sayori. Years and years ago, that is. I see. Well, Richie, I don't know about you, but I find that this place is the perfect place to come to when I need a bit of space to myself. Oh? Do you come here often then? Not as often as I did when I was younger. For a split second, a pained expression crossed Yuri's face. Some days were, um... She shakes her head. Anyway, perhaps I can give this to you? Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a moderately sized book. Here, I think you'll enjoy this one. Yuri, you didn't have to go out of your way for me with this. It's okay. I've read this one many times. It could do with a new owner. Besides, the best thing about a story is how it can be shared. No matter who reads it, you're never going to find two people with the exact same opinion. And well, Yuri nervously plays with her hair. After you've been so kind to me, I wanted to do something nice for you. I see. Well, thank you very much. I'll definitely give this a read and let you know what I think. I turn the book over in my hands. The cover is hard and glossy, and the pages showing small signs of wear. I guess Yuri wasn't lying. She must have read this book at least 50 times. I wonder what makes this story so important. As I turn back towards her, I notice how intently she's staring at the lake's gentle surface. When was the first time you came here? Hmm? She looks over at me quizzically. You said this place was special to you, right? I want to know why you feel that way. Right. She sighs and leans on the wooden guardrail. I quietly stand by her side. Well, I suppose one day when I was younger, things were particularly hard. Do you ever have those days, Richie, where nothing seems like it can be good again? That's pretty dark, isn't it? Also relatable. I actually have had those kinds of days before. So something about this place makes you feel better? Not quite. I just came here one day. I'm not absolutely certain how I found this place, but I remember running a lot. Before I knew it, I was out here in the sea of chaos. Things felt serene, however briefly they might have been. Everyone needs a place they can call their own, somewhere they can decompress without worrying whether or not someone will intrude on them. And here's that place for you? Yuri nods. It's peaceful here. The sound of the water playfully lapping on the shoreline, the plush grass below, the nurturing trees above, providing the loving shelter to embrace me while me in the midst of the elements. It's the kind of thing I really missed. Have you shown this place to anyone else besides me? Like your parents? Yuri pauses, staring in front of her at nothing in particular. I might have. This is the kind of place my father would have enjoyed. He used to do watercolors in his spare time, you see. Does he not do it anymore? Yuri doesn't respond. Maybe you could bring him down here sometime. It might give him a bit of inspiration he needs to get going again. That's a good idea, Richie. I'll have to do that. Hopefully he enjoys it as much as I am right now. And this place really is incredible. Yuri smiles softly. I'm glad maybe sometime we could come by again. Yeah, we could bring like a blanket and have a bit of a picnic. That sounds nice. I'll hold you to that. Yuri giggles. I'll look forward to it. I feel my face flush at the idea. A picnic with Yuri? There's something so playful about it. I chuckle to myself at the image in my head. Yeah, that would be nice. Ooh, wait a minute. Sunset? Ooh, okay, wait. This actually looks really good at sunset. The two of us continue to pass the time looking over the lake. I'm surprised at how content I am just to stay here with Yuri. Normally I'd want to do something a bit more exciting, but right now I'm perfectly fine with the calmness. However, Yuri begins to shift uncomfortably. Yuri, is everything okay? She jumps and apparently not expecting that. Yes, there's just something I need to do that I just remembered. She quickly gets up, nervously picking at a cuff of her sleeve. I'm sorry to leave on such short notice. Please don't think any ill of me. Yuri, huh? I said it to meet her at eye level. You've, you've really got to work on your self-confidence. You apologize for a lot of things that aren't your fault. It must be difficult having to go through your head having that go through your head all the time. Yuri looks around her, unsure how to respond. You're really too kind, Richie. I mean it. You're a wonderful person, Yuri. Yuri blushes slightly. Well, shall we head back now? Only if you promise you'll be a bit kinder to yourself, okay? I'll try. Thank you for coming to see this lake with me today, Richie. Thanks for inviting me. I had a lot of fun today. I'll see you on Monday, okay? Yes. See you then, Richie. Let me know what you think about that book. It's very dear to me. Of course. Take care. With a polite wave, Yuri walks away. I'm happy I got to spend some time with her, but I hope she's doing okay. I feel like there's something she's not telling me. I'm probably just overthinking things again. Maybe I should just crack open the book Yuri gave me. Hmm. I mean, honestly, I really like this route so far. Like, I know it's obvious that Yuri's my favorite character, but like, I really like how well written it is. Oh, Act 2, Alone Together. In this twisted plot I was destined for, I'm an astronaut. I didn't get to read that. Ow, my ears. Oh, wait, look at the dialogue box. Oh, it's Violet. That's so cool. I'll probably be able to read what it said when I go to edit the video. Ugh. It's another Monday. Letting out a loud yawn, I drag myself out through the morning routine. Maybe staying up to read wasn't my best idea. Now that I think about it, I actually can't remember the last time I stayed up to read something other than manga. Yuri must be rubbing off on me. Lately, I've been eating breakfast more out of force of habit than anything. And anyhow, the pantry and fridge are starting to look like Yuri's stomach. Empty. Maybe I can ask Yuri to go shopping with me. That'd be nice. I finish my food quickly and make my way out of the house. After after a moment, Sayori walks up to me. Hi, Richie. She's bouncing up and down on the balls of her feet. What? Hey, Sayori, what's up? I'm just happy to get back into the swing of things. What, is Natsuki bringing more cupcakes? Oh, I'd like her to. But I'm not sure about that given everything that happened. I don't know, I'm just glad to get back to normal routine without all the hullabaloo of the festival, I mean. Eh, what's so funny now? Hullabaloo's such a weird word. You're a weirdo, Sayori. You're the one to talk. And so the pot calls the kettle black. We eventually arrive at school and head off to our respective classes. Sayori sending me off by sticking her tongue out at me. As I approach my classroom, my train of thought takes a sharp turn. As Sakurai smiles at me, it looks like he's only just arrived himself. Morning, sir. Richie, how are you doing? Very excited, of course, learning about my favorite subject with my favorite teacher. I'm going to tactfully interpret that as non-sarcastic. I laugh as we enter the classroom together. As Sakurai opens his mouth to begin the lesson, some fast footsteps suddenly stop right outside the room. Ah, Emmy. How nice of you to join us. He raises an eyebrow at her, a mischievous glint in his eyes. Kinda you're rather fine, aren't we? But I'm beginning to think you'd rather be out on the field than come to one of my fascinating lectures. Sorry, sir. She starts bowing slightly, her cheeks red. I lost track of time and rushed over as soon as I realized it. Don't worry, I'd much rather be here. She walks over to the desk quickly as Sakurai begins the class. Whew, that's everything done for today. As the class ends, I let my feet steer me towards the club. Walking down the corridor, I absentmindedly peer into the emptying classrooms passing by. And a couple of students chat to the teacher in one classroom, while a ring of friends laugh together in another. Huh? They look fun to be around. Wait, isn't that the green-haired guy from the festival? Yeah, hard passed. It must suck to be someone in that class. Fortunately, all the club members are in different classes. Speaking of which, that's Yuri's coming up now. And, huh? Yuri's in there. Should I ask her to welcome me to the club? Well, no harm in trying. Hey, Yuri. Yeah! That was a strange, albeit cute sound you just made. Richie. Oh, so sorry for my outburst. I was just surprised. You're good, you're good. What are you still doing in class? Everyone's gone by now, so she's the last one to hear. About that. She motions towards the stack of textbooks in her desk. I was the last one out of the classroom, and my teacher asked me to deliver these to the student council room. She hefts them up in her arms as she speaks, and hugging them to her chest. I suppose I can get on that now. Could you let the others know while I'll be late? Hold on, I can help you with that if you want. No, I can handle it. I can't ask you to take my responsibilities for me. Yuri, this isn't a super serious request. It's no sweat for me, really. It's really alright. I'd feel bad if I couldn't even do this by myself. But they look pretty heavy, you know. They're really not, so you don't have to worry about it. Additionally, the student council room is rather close by, so I'm guessing that she doesn't want to bother me over this. After all, those textbooks can't be that light. Should I just take her word for it, or go ahead and help her? You know, no, let her handle it. Look, if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you have to understand that they're also an independent person. So if they say they can handle something, then they can handle it. If they ask for help, that's when you help them. Only help when they ask for it. Or well, I mean, sure, people teach you to help people when you can, but sometimes some people just need to help when they ask for it. So, you know what? Let her handle it. Alright, but feel free to ask for help if you ever get tired later. Yuri smiles gratefully up at me. Okay, I definitely appreciate your offers to help, though. But thank you for taking me at my word. This is the type of thing that I'd like to get better at handling myself. As sort of a practice in self-sufficiency, if you will. Guess she was serious when she said she wanted to do it herself. Phew, good thing I didn't take the books off her hands after all. Maybe I should call you next time my teachers ask me to deliver stuff to another classroom. I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, I get it. At any rate, I'm not the type of guy who automatically assumes that girls need help carrying stuff. I'll have to admit, it does make me feel like a bit of a burden when people assume I need help. Not to say that I never need help, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I do. We set off down the hall, and soon enough, we're just about in front of the student council room. I'll wait for you outside, alright? That's fine with me. It shouldn't take very long anyway. As she turns into the room, her ankle happens to twist beneath her. Ah! Almost in slow motion, Yuri tumbles to the ground, her stack of textbooks flying across the floor to sprawl around her. During blossoms on her cheeks, that's only hastened by the giggling and staring at bystanders passing by. She springs to her feet, avoiding my eyes by staring down to straighten her skirt. Here, let me help you with the books. Thank you. We quickly gather up the books in silence. Looks like there wasn't any visible damage dealt to the books. That's a relief. Yes. With the books back in Yuri's arms, we awkwardly stand together, without saying anything for a few moments. I'm going to deliver the books now. She quickly shuffles into the room, re-emerging a minute later. Want to get going now? Want to get going now? That's me talking, not her. Yuri nods in affirmation, opening her mouth to speak. However, she's interrupted by giggling from a couple of girls standing nearby. Ah, they were there when Yuri tripped. Don't tell me they're laughing at her. Judging by Yuri's expression, looks like that's the conclusion she's drawn. She buries her face in her hands, and I can only imagine how red her face is. I can't believe I. Hey, Yuri, it's okay, really. There's no one's gonna care or remember what happened in a few minutes. Well, those giggling girls aren't helping my argument, but what else am I supposed to say? Come on, let's just leave them and get over to the club. You can distract yourself with books there. I sigh. With a sigh, Yuri drops her hands from her face. I suppose so. Let's go. We don't want to be any more late than we already are. A few moments later, we arrive in front of the club room. Are you alright? How's your ankle? Her eyes flick to catch my gaze for a second before shooting back down again. I'm fine. It was so embarrassing. She starts to cover her face again. It's fine, Yuri. You did nothing wrong. Well, of course there's nothing wrong with tripping. Crap, I'm feeling like I'm not helping matters. I know, I just feel bad. Honestly speaking, the embarrassment is worse than any physical pain I might have felt. She fidgets with her hands for a moment. Man, I should have said something to those girls. I can't believe how rude they were. No, I was already happy with that you helped pick everything up, Richie. Furthermore, it's not as though you're beholden to me or anything. And those girls probably weren't even laughing at me. You were right before. Likely only felt that I likely only felt that way because of spotlight effect. Well, I guess I'm not very confrontational anyways. As you can see, I'm not the toughest guy around. Yuri covers her mouth, hiding a smile that brings me warmth. You know, Natsuki's probably the toughest person in the club. I mean, she'd probably beat me up without a sweat in a fist fight. And then at the end, she says something like, "It's not like I wanted to beat you up or anything. You just asked for it when you said manga isn't literature." Yuri giggles behind her hand. That doesn't even make sense. Natsuki only ever protests when she's showing affection, when not when she's beating people up. I guess I should work on my Natsuki impression then. It's peaceful in the club room, tranquil. A welcome break after what just transpired. That is, oh god, my throat. I've been reading a lot in this series. That is until a barrage of chatter descends upon us from a certain coral-haired girl. Richie, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. So I was minding my own business in the hallway, just walking to one of my classes when Siri suddenly spots Yuri behind me. Yuri, did you walk here with Richie? Yes, I did. I happened to tag along with Yuri when she was running some errands, so. Yes, that's right. Wow, what a coincidence. Hold on, what time is it? I don't know why. I don't know why. Do you need to be somewhere? No, but we don't want to miss any club activities, right? I mean, it's not like we usually do anything besides share poetry for half an hour. Richie, you won't. I won't have you disparaging the club like that. He's not wrong, you know. Oh my, is Natsuki definitely actually defending Richie? What a surprise! Natsuki sputters in shock. What? You ah, only teasing. Natsuki, you're way too easy to tease. Says the girl with a bottomless stomach. What's that sound you always make? Ooh ah. Ooh ah. Oh god. Hey! Monica, help me! Natsuki's being a meanie. So you can dish it out, but you can't take it, huh? Monica! Oh, it sounds like really cute seeing them all like this. It's adorable. Siri turns to Yuri, seemingly as the last attempt for the game support. Yuri, you're on my side, right? You're all rather animated today, aren't you? Is that a yes then? Looks like Yuri's going to be a neutral party here, Sayori. No! I smiled to myself. It's good to be back. Oh, it's so adorable. I want more moments like that. Like I want games with more moments like that. It's too adorable. Today, Yuri and I are going out shopping together. Ju- judging by this, Judging by the sunny weather outside, it looks like there's some pathetic fallacy going on. I can't even remember the last time I went food shopping on my own volition. I'll have to admit, I was surprised when you messaged me about it. Yeah, it just gets kind of boring for me personally, shopping alone. Hmm. And I figured that you'd make great company. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I can't say I relate to feeling bored while shopping alone. I actually rather enjoy spending my time with my thoughts to myself. Oh, I guess that does make sense. Not to say that I don't want to be together right now. I mean, it's a nice change of pace, being able to talk to someone and gather their opinions on different products. And I did have to buy more groceries too. No worries, I getcha. You know, you kind of sound like Natsuki there. Oh, Yuri's pretty cute when she gets flustered. I nearly have to bite my tongue to stop myself from teasing her so I can see her get flustered again. Careful, Richie. She's not Sayori, and she might not respond as well to teasing. Although she probably wouldn't respond as badly as Natsuki. Ah, and there's the store. Yuri and I pick up shopping baskets as we enter the store. By the way, what items are you looking for? Oh, just some basic stuff like ramen and frozen foods. Pretty much just instant food. Oh, I see. I can almost feel the judgment. Note to self, learn how to cook something that takes more than 2 seconds to make. A guy who can cook is never a bad thing. You do happen to have everything else you need then? What do you mean? I mean things such as vegetables, spices, and the like. Yeah, those are hardly ever in my house. I actually don't have that stuff at home. I usually just ma- I usually just make pre-made food. You know, food that you just need to heat up or boil for a few minutes. Do your parents usually cook your meals and buy fresher ingredients then? I wish. It'd be great if my mom was home more often than to do that. Although I can't be ungrateful. The reason why she's away all the time is because she needs to raise me as a single mother. And that's definitely not an easy task. I actually do most of the cooking since my mom's usually out for work. Ever since she got this huge promotion, she's had to travel the world on business trips to see clients. Oh, I see. She looks away for a moment. What about your father? Oh, well, my parents got divorced some time ago. I'm sorry, Richie. I don't mean. You don't have to talk about it if you'd prefer not to. No, it's fine. I've come to terms with it already. Everything was all fine and happy when I was a kid, but my parents gradually started arguing more and more as I grew up. Now that I look back, I think it was because my dad took my mom for granted. Like, even though they both worked, my mom had also cooked and cleaned and did all the usual homemaker stuff. They started getting more and more stressed out because of everything until they finally split. I ended up with my mom and my dad just left. I think he has a new girlfriend, but I haven't seen them a lot. I don't know. I just feel kind of weird whenever I think about my dad having a new partner. Yuri gazes at me with a gentle look on her face. Surprising, her eyes hold a gentle understanding in them rather than pity. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on and on about it. I usually bottle this stuff up, so I guess it just flooded out. That's right, Richie. There's no need to apologize. I can't say I have much experience with dealing with divorced parents, but if you ever need to vent about it, I'll be here. After all, it's only fair that if I reciprocate. Thanks, and yeah, just having someone to listen helps. We moved through the aisles in a companionable silence for a while. The light from the fluorescent strips overhead shined brightly off the jars and packages we passed by. There's a small clicking sound as Yuri softly drags her fingertips across a row of jars containing kimchi. So, Yuri, do your parents do most of the cooking? I typically prepare the meals. Oh, what do you normally cook? She takes a moment, looking at some of the food in front of us. Some of my favorite foods are fish-based. There's, there's nothing like delectable teriyaki salmon, in my opinion. She stands up straighter as she says this, a smile growing on her face. I really do enjoy home cooking. Most people look forward to eating out at restaurants, but I've always preferred eating comfort foods at home. Sometimes a simple rice dish is all it takes to warm up your insides. You should actually try making one sometime. They're very convenient and extremely quick recipes. Oh? Can you give me some recipes then? they they hardly they hardly need recipes. One that I usually reserve for breakfast is egg rice. I assume that you have a rice cooker at home, yes? Who doesn't have one? Well, that simplifies things a lot. All you have to do is make a bowl of nice fluffy white rice and dig a small dip in the middle of the rice. After that, you crack a raw egg in the middle, season with soy sauce and seasoning, mix together with your chopsticks, and you're done. Huh, that does sound really simple. Although I think I ran out of rice seasoning a long time ago. Well, you can pick some up now. It really is a delicious dish, despite or perhaps because of its simplicity. Mm. The frothy lightness of the egg, paired with the subtle sweetness of the rice and rich savoriness of seasonings. I actually like to sprinkle some chopped green onions at the end too, for that extra bit of crisp freshness. Man, my mouth is watering at this point. That's what comfort food does to you. One of my guilty pleasures is even simpler though. Sometimes when I don't have the time or energy to cook, I take cold leftover rice and pour some hot tea over it. Wow, you're more of a tea lover than I thought. It may sound strange, but it's a delight when I pair it with slices of pickled daikon. No, I get you though. When I was a kid, my mom used to give me leftover rice drizzled in soy sauce if I begged for a snack, whenever she was too busy to cook me something substantial. Now that I think about it, it probably tastes similar to egg rice. Most likely, yes. I do enjoy making more complicated side dishes to accompany rice, though. Vegetable stir fries are dishes that I return to quite often. I do enjoy the combination of sweetness and umami. Yeah, dude, reading this is making me hungry, dude. It's not even lunchtime yet, and I'm hungry. The way an onion's sharp, sweet taste pairs with other vegetables, such as mushrooms and bell peppers, really satisfies my appetite. Oh, you're quite a chef, eh? She starts blushing and puts her hands together. Eh? I mean, I just know some family recipes is all. Once you understand the basics of cooking, it's quite easy to make something appetizing. If your cooking is anything like your poetry, I'd love to learn from you. I'm not aiming to be a master chef, but if I could learn even just a bit from Yuri, I could probably mix up my dinner some. As we pass through the freezer aisle, I fill up a good portion of my basket with bags of frozen dumplings. So do you really like dumplings then? Well, while I do like dumplings, this brand of gyoza is a bit special. Yuri stares at the freezer for a moment. How so? Well, I guess they hold some nice memories. Even though my mom did make homemade dumplings sometimes, my dad and I always liked this brand of frozen dumplings the most. I guess it kind of became one of our favorite meals, despite being, well, a frozen food. That always drove my mom crazy. My parents have always been busy with work, but we tried to have at least one meal together as a family every day. Then after a while, we went from having every day to every other day. And for a lot of those meals, my mom ended up making the gyoza because my dad and I wanted them. Why didn't you try making them yourself? Well, we tried, but my dad and I always burnt them. We tried boiling them too, but I preferred them fried. So, yeah, I guess I'm kind of conditioned to associate these dumplings with good times spent with my family. Oh, I see. For a moment, Yuri is lost in thought. So, do you still burn them then? Or, hey, what kind of opinion do you have about my cooking? I never burn them anymore. Well, I rarely burn them. Yuri giggles at my admission. I suppose you make quite a lot of them then. Sure have. I miraculously have gotten tired of them. I miraculously haven't gotten tired of them either. Actually, there's a funny story attached to one of the first times I tried making them myself. Oh, what happened? Do you remember when I talked about how Sayori almost burned the house down after she tried cooking? Yes, I believe I do. Well, that was the time we tried making these dumplings ourselves. I left Sayori in charge when I went to the bathroom. Then I started smelling smoke accompanied by her yelling from the downstairs. Apparently, she tried to pick pick up the pan when the dumplings were frying on, and somehow burnt herself and flipped the pan in the process. All the dumplings were scattered on the stove. Those poor dumplings. She started panicking, and Before she knew it, dumplings were were on fire. I think I'm just glad her parents kept the fire extinguisher underneath the sink. It sounds like you had quite the time. Yeah, and luckily Sayori wasn't burned much by the pan. All's well that ends well, I guess. It seems like these dumplings are to you as oolong tea is to me. How so? Well, she picks up a package of oolong tea. When I was younger, my mother always made fresh tea when I arrived home. Occasionally, it was another kind of tea, but we usually had oolong. At first, I was indifferent to tea, but over time I developed a taste for it. Now whenever I drink it, it reminds me of her. That's really nice, Yuri. I guess we're more similar than I imagined. You know what? I have an idea. How about we cook something together at my house this weekend? Um, are you certain? I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on preparing food now. Well, good thing I'm no expert either. That way we can learn together. I see your point there. Would Sunday morning work? I apologize. I have some obligations I must attend to on Sunday. She looks up and away after a moment, waving her hands. Not that I don't want to spend time with you. The Sunday's usually a day I spend. She turns away again. I'm guessing she's lost in thought. Either way, either that or she really likes the whole wheat bread. How about Saturday night? Saturday night. Yes, that would work. Let's see. She lets out a sigh of relief and continues walking with me to check out. With everything paid for, we started to walk home. As I turned to speak to Yuri, though, I saw a small flash of pink. Hey, look, it's Natsuki. Yuri starts speeding up a little bit. Do you want to go say hi to her? I don't know. She seems like she might be busy. Besides, you don't need to get... Don't you need to get your dumplings in the freezer? I mean, I guess, but... You're right, let's say hi anyways. Alright. Well then, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you